Morning on this 11th of February 2013, and I have some very good news for you. It's been over a year that I have been kind of playing around with this American 9-inch and had other people look at it. And if you go back to the other videos, there was an issue of it twitching, and we really never really figured out what that was, but ultimately, shout out to Cadillac's Machine Works. They went ahead and rebuilt the whole thing, and I'm going to actually perform its first flight. For me, that is. They went ahead, they rebuilt it, they did a fantastic job, they tuned it. Shout out to Alan. They really do know what they're definitely doing. First time really I've had another company or other individuals completely rebuild and replace everything on there, which when you're dealing with these expensive components, you just might as well start over. And that was a good call because as we can see here, it is looking a little different than you last seen. So like I say, here's American 9-inch. You sure this is recording? Okay. As you can see here, here's American 9-inch. And we're going to put its GoPro in here. And right now I just have an 18 milliamp 120C battery on it just for testing. I have larger batteries ready to go as well. I'm just really interested in seeing how it flies. So here we have the 80 amp ESCs on the side here, complete with a TPU mounts. You got your APD in there. And then we've got our GoPro mount, and I've installed the GPS at the top there, completely out of the way of everything, so we can measure its speed. And so, yeah, we're going to get ready to go. Okay, make sure everything is good. All right. The sync with the powering up the motors. It's a little windy here today, so I'm not going to be doing some acrobatic maneuvers. So like I say, it's my first flight after the Cadillac's Machine Works built it, and it's very smooth. I'm loving it. Like I say, I'm not really giving it a lot of throttle or anything. This is a small battery I have on here. It is really moving along. It just cruises along here at very slow idle speed, around 23 miles an hour here. This is an amazing quad. This is very smooth. Very, very smooth. Like I said, I'm just taking some lazy turns. There's a high angle of camera angle on here because it's meant to keep the subject in view. Yeah, we're just cruising around here. It's like 20 miles an hour. Effortlessly. This thing can cruise easily at 60 miles an hour. Like I say, I just need to build my confidence up with this, being familiar with the angle and everything, because I had issues with it earlier. It's been over a year that this has been in a state of flux, so they really got this squared away. So I'm going to come in for a landing. I'm going to try to do it as easily as possible. I'm running 45 milliamp batteries. It is windy, gusting to 20 miles per hour, 20 knots I meant. As much as I would love to fly this, I'm a pansy. And I'm getting used to flying this because I haven't actually flown a 9-inch very often at all. And so it handles the wind fine, being bigger and all. So there's no problem there. I just need to be a bit more confident in it first before being buffeted about the 20-knot gusts. So I will say that this has flown very nicely. As you can see here, we have the 80 amp ESCs right here. And this is an air unit installed in here. I chose to use the air unit because I wanted to record the sound and have onboard recording with the sound. And this Hero 9 is, like I say, this is where it will live. One dedicated to this build. It always will be mounted up there. I also went ahead and included a GPS here in order to get an idea of how fast this is going, and it cruises very nicely, very smoothly. So shout out to who catalyzed Machine Works Tune as well. Here are the 2816 by 1050 kV motors. Like I say, I had these motors. Most everything is mine here. They went ahead and switched out, with the exception, of course, they switched out my iFlight flight controller with their Team Motor one, which is a good quality brand as well. And so they mounted the ESCs in these TPU rubbers, which is really nice. And they got these carbon props as well. I've got to order some more. And like I say, I can't wait to get to start pushing this. And this is really cruises very nicely, very smoothly. So we're just going to get some pictures of this while we're at it. We have a beautiful day tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's going to be raining, or it says it's going to be. Perhaps next weekend we can get out and do this more. But my initial thoughts is very impressed with it. I used to be horrendously terrified of flying this thing because the way it would twitch and uncontrollably simply fall and dip to one side, not consistently to one or the other side, but arbitrarily so, and then plow into the ground beneath, no matter what you did. Not sure why that was, but it's not doing that anymore. And like I say, this is very nice. So adieu, avou, you'll see more videos of this, I promise you that.